Green, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm so fortunate and blessed to be able to introduce myself as Rachel's aunt and godmother. As I pointed out in the past, there's an African belief that says when a person dies, a library burns. Well, in Rachel's case, it's just the opposite. We now have acquired a new library, and it's filled with brilliant and original poetry, art, short stories, music, and photography, all done by Rachel for the world to appreciate. But she's given us much more than even that. For we're now only discovering the scope of people, which has been mentioned already, that Rachel has touched, and literally from around the world, thanks to the internet. These people have been profoundly moved and affected by Rachel's unique insights and love. You know, life can be so ironic. For many years, Rachel searched for what she thought she should be. Her problem was that she loved so many things, she didn't know which one to choose. Unfortunately, she must have inherited this problem from someone else I know all too well. But what Rachel didn't realize was that she was actually already doing what she was meant to do in this world, and that was to teach others. Rachel was a teacher. She taught us how to be passionate and how to be accepting. She taught us how to be empathetic, yet how to be angry. She taught us that it's possible to be dark, but also joyful. She taught us how to be vocal, yet how to be grateful. She taught us how to be true to oneself and true to others. She taught us that we should question, but she also taught us how to be forgiving and loving. And she taught us that it's possible to be filled with sadness while at the same time be strong enough to celebrate. Our dear friend Joan, as was mentioned before, described Rachel as a human exclamation point. Rachel never felt anything halfway. When she felt something, it was at 100% of her being. Today, we do all feel an indescribable sadness, knowing how much we will miss Rachel in her mortal form. But the truth is, death has no power over Rachel. She is still here with us in a spiritual way, and in Rachel's case, with the additional help of all the beautiful forms of art which she has given our world. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And when we feel deep sadness, remember something else that Khalil Gibran said that my cousin Erica added on Facebook. When you are sorrowful, look again into your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Rachel treasured and valued in different ways just about everyone who crossed her path. That's why I am compelled to read a poem written by Emily Dickinson. This is from one immortal poet for another. As with so many in this church, but also as her aunt and godmother, I believe that Rachel and I had a deep connection and understanding. And in my heart of hearts, I strongly believe that Rachel would want this read because it would express her feelings now and for all to hear, but especially for Judy, Ernie, and Joel, whom she truly loved more than life itself. And if I go while you are still here, know that I live on, vibrating to a different measure behind a thin veil you cannot see through. You will not see me, so you must have faith. I wait for the time when we can soar together again, both aware of each other. Until then, live your life to the fullest. And when you need me, just whisper my name in your heart. would like to conclude using one short lyric written by Rachel's favorite singer, Kate Bush. And in the end, what's it all about? It must be love.